Alright, Change Renaissance guy here. Just pretty much heading out to the gym. Heading off, get some shoulders in, training hard for Aegon the Barbarian. Gotta make myself look a bit like a barbarian. I've had a new hairdo and tied up the beard a bit. Hope you like. So anyway, just first of all, the boys' corner. Was asked about the boys' corner. We will be doing some boys' corner. At the moment, we're just sort of working through a few things. We want to really kind of bring some sense to a few things, and we really want to talk about a lot of issues that are happening today. And we want to talk a lot about, really have a good, frank, honest video about a lot of things, because we've seen a lot of things happen. At the moment, we're working on a video about acceptance, and working on a script about acceptance and that sort of thing. And you know, we're not bothered about being cancelled or anything. And I am going to talk about cancelling and all that kind of stuff. Now, just recently, I've cancelled my Netflix, and not because I've been offended by anything, although really actually, well, no, because being offended is subjective to upbringing, religion, what one might find offensive and other might not, and I think people are tending to forget about that. However, what I do find appalling, and what I find as a cause of stupidity, is when history is being altered for the sake of acceptance. I'll give you a couple of reasons. Three reasons why I've cancelled Netflix. Number one was this pre-beauty pageant sexualization of kids. Now, I'm not talking about the beauty pageants where the kids are dressed up in the long dresses and stuff, and they go out and they do little things. What I'm talking about is when they had kids coming on in underwear, lingerie, and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but that does not belong on a kid. I don't want to see that as a grown man. I don't. You know what? I'll even go so far as to say I don't want to see a 20. You know, I don't want to see a 21-year-old in that sort of thing, because quite frankly, it being and I know I look good for 50, I don't want to see that. So that's the first, you know, much less a pre-teen or a teenager. Quite frankly, I find it highly repulsive. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her being on one of these. Come on, Netflix. Number 2 and 3, which sort of joint 3, is the perversion of history. Okay, and I'm talking about the Cleopatra, and to a less extent the Vikings thing that they did. Okay, and I get that people are going to go, oh, you're racist and stuff. I really actually don't care. I know myself I'm not racist. I couldn't give a shit what skin colour you are, really. I go on by how much of an asshole you are or you aren't. Okay, so let's get that. I'll just cover myself there. Let's get that sorted. So, Cleopatra whilst Cleopatra did indeed, she was a historical figure. She would have been Mediterranean. She would have been this guy. I have Mediterranean along with other things ancestry. I'm part Roman and Gypsy. I literally have a sprinkling of everything. I'm more multicultural than most people are. If you want to talk about multicultural, I am multicultural. However, Queen Cleopatra, the one they were referring to, she was Mediterranean Greek. Her skin would have been this colour, okay? It's a simple fact of life. To try and turn around and say she was black is an absolute ridiculous statement to make. And whilst Netflix wasn't responsible for making the thing, they bought the thing and they decided to indulge in this parody of a history channel. And to be quite honest with you, looking at one of the people who did it, Jada Pinkerton Smith, I mean, really? Don't level her up to some sort of oracle of knowledge. And then the Vikings. Now, on the principle of there being a fictional black Jarl, I have not a problem with. Okay? However, when they tried to turn around so it could have happened because they travelled a lot, okay, it's absolutely ridiculous. And to say that she was well respected, nah. If there would have been a black female Jarl, she would have been married, and she would not have been respected. She would have been married in name only. She would have been ignored at best, and there would have been a lot of derogatory things about her, not because of her colour, but simply because she would have been slave. She was not one of that. She was not Scandinavian. Anybody who was taking the slaves from Brittany, from Europe, from anywhere else who was taken by conquest were slaves. End of period. If a slave was looking to gain the freedom, they would still be so low down on the food chain. Even if they were the wife's Jarl, the Jarl would have probably have taken her for some sort of satisfaction of having something different or something like that. She would not have been in any real situation of prestige. And when I'm talking about acceptance, and I'm going to touch on it here, but you know, people are trying to mix things up. You know, they see Vikings sell, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to make them black. I think it's highly insulting towards black people. You know, African people, black people have a rich history of language, of mythology, of tales. There's so many intricacies to the African, to the African nations. Why not bring that to the forelight? I would love to see something like that. I would love to see how these African tribes lived, how all these other people lived. But to kind of swap things over, that's not equality, that's not acceptance. That's making money off some made up sense of, oh, let's be inclusive. No, it's not. And I think a lot of black people should actually be insulted by that. However, I'm going to talk about acceptance later with the big rig. I'm heading into the gym. I just wanted to get that out there. That's why. And like I said, it's not about being offended. It's about how things are treated poorly, how things are justified to make money. And to be honest with you, you know, there were a lot of awesome things on Netflix that I did enjoy, but unfortunately I had to say goodbye to Netflix. Sorry, Netflix. Anyways, enjoy the video. I'm going to be setting up a sister channel called Aegon the Barbarian, and it's going to be something I might switch a little bit from time to time with things. Look out for it. It's in the process of being made. I'm making some shorts, getting some equipment for it, a lot of cool fun stuff. I'm going to invite people to post on the page. I'm going to invite people to talk about things. Aegon the Barbarian is a made-up fictional character of mine. I had the nickname for it, and it was from the Frostmourne that I did. I'm going to be doing a few things. I'm going to be doing some videos when I do other photo shoots, stuff like that. There's also going to be little shorts, a few other things. Look out for it. It's going to be a lot of fun to do. I'll catch you all later. Have a great day. Oh, and one more thing. Don't worry about being offended. Don't worry about being accepted. The only person that really needs to accept you is you. Okay? If you are happy, you're comfortable, you're doing everything that you need to do in life, you don't need the acceptance of others. You really don't. You need to be comfortable, happy, confident, and reaching your personal goals. And that, at the end of the day, is really what matters.